Hello, hello, hello. My name is Doug, and I'm happy you're here. Welcome to this part of Let's Play Final Fantasy 1. So, today we're going to be picking up right where we left off. We made our way to the Cavern of Ice, and now we're going to try to get through it. This is one of the hardest dungeons in the game, actually. It's like a big difficulty spike and stuff. So, I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm thinking, barring like a huge disaster, it'll probably take maybe half an hour. So sit tight and let's see if I can actually make it through. So yeah, the fights in this dungeon are a lot tougher. There are gonna be a lot of enemies with like one-shot abilities, like these guys, Psycho Demons. We fought them as a boss a couple dungeons ago. Basically, enemies just get a huge spike in difficulty, so running is actually a really good option if you're a little underleveled. And honestly, I am really happy about those ethers last episode because we're probably really going to need them. I'm going to have to start using a lot more magic now, and the fact that you can buy them for such a relatively cheap aspect makes the game a lot easier, because when I played through the game the first time, I did not buy any like items. Like it's I guess it's just like a mentality where like in the later games like Final Fantasy 15 you just get like elixirs and ethers so easily, whereas like in like Final Fantasy 4, because like that's the classic Final Fantasy that I played the most, ethers were just so hard to come by that like I just got used to like really rationing off my like MP, so like I just didn't worry about it. And like I played through the whole game without doing any kind of like using any sort of items, anything like that, and it worked well enough, I suppose, like because I just was over leveled for everything. But this time I'm going in a little underleveled, I think, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this dungeon, the Cavern of Ice, it's kind of interesting because you have to go. Basically, we're trying to get an item called the Levistone. The Levistone is, ooh, I'm gonna hope we, no, here we go. I probably should have brought some more of those. This is gonna get real interesting. But the Cavern of Ice, basically, it's an interesting dungeon because we're going after an item called the Levistone. And, basically, in order to get the Levistone, we're gonna have to like go through the dungeon a couple ways. Like it's basically kind of like there are different hallways, and so like we'll go down a floor, then go down again, and then go up on another side, and it's weird how it works. And the map was actually kind of confusing when I looked it up before when I was like doing notes for everything. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, those cockatrices really suck. But we got a gold needle. I wonder if I... Okay, cool. I do have Stona. Monty and Sid got stoned. Weed jokes. Alright, so... now we just need to find the right way. I probably should have had a map up on hand, but I wasn't planning ahead. Key, and let's see. So, other news. As of the time of this recording, we're like right in the middle of E3. Today's June 10th, so it's currently Xbox's turn to just display and everything at the expo, and oh cool, one of the Dark Wizards. This is kind of like the Dark Elf, but a little harder. He's probably gonna go down in one round, but still, it's cool to see it. It's one of the rare monsters. But anyways, E3. A lot of really, really cool trailers just dropped. Like, Fallout 76. I'm like a huge fan of the Fallout games. I just saw the trailer for Halo Halo Infinite. It looks like it's gonna be a spin-off title. I have no idea what it is, but it's giving me like some classic Halo vibes. Like I'm a big fan of the Halo games. Like they got me into video games actually. Like when I was 6, I was playing the first Halo, which was something probably a kid should not have been doing, but still, here I am. But anyways, like Halo Infinite looks cool, and I just saw the new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, and my god, I am like so emotional over that, because like it's weird. Like Kingdom Hearts, it's like a game that, you know, the last game was released 13 years ago, and it's a series that I mean, the last game being last main number title, Kingdom Hearts 2. They've had spin-offs since then, but like Kingdom Hearts 2 was released 13 years ago, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be released in 2019, pretty soon. But it's like one of those crazy things where like it's a game series that I've come back to and left and come back, and kind of my interest in it changes constantly. But like every time I get back into it, I really get back into it, and it's like such a emotional part of like literally like my childhood and just like, you know, my whole life in a way. And so it's crazy. Oops. Okay, yeah. Some of those floors you fall through, those floor tiles, and I completely forgot about that. So that's gonna make things fun. Alright, let's do that, and just so we're clear. Anyways, Kingdom Hearts. So like I just get so like emotional when like, you know, a new trailer is released, because like all those emotions come flooding back and stuff. And I recently completed like a personal playthrough of the entire Kingdom Hearts series, so like I'm really invested in it, and like I know the lore really well and everything. So like this new trailer, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but like, oh my god, it just like affects you so much. And like especially like the last, I'd say like maybe 20 seconds, just like the wham line of it all, it just it hit me really, really hard. So anyways, you might have noticed that Sid was going yellow every time I took a step. Basically, these tiles on the floor, they're like ice spikes, and you can walk over them, but they do like, I think like 5 damage. So we're at 444 here, and then 443. Okay, they actually just do 1 damage, so it's not too horrible. So in this room here, I'll just go over all the treasures in basement 3. We got ice armor and mithril gloves, which are these chests here, and they're guarded by these white dragons who actually hit really hard, and I should have been more prepared for that. Alright, let's heal up. After that, there is a room with a bunch of gil that is oh boy, this isn't good. Do I have anything that can help? Alright. Come on. Don't die, Sid. Okay. Well, remember what I said about disaster? Well, disaster struck, so I'll be right back. Okay, your favorite dummy is back. I am now fully healed and prepared for the fight with these white dragons. So yeah, the white dragons, they hit really hard, and if you aren't prepared for them, they're gonna kick your butt, which they kind of did to me. But now that I'm ready for them, they should go down kind of easy. So yeah, the most interesting about these guys is their ice storm, because they can hit for like about 100 HP per hit. But the thing is, they don't have a lot of HP themselves, so, you know, your strongest fighter should be able to take them down pretty quick. And there we go. Yeah, those dragons. I was prepared for them, but I did not realize they'd be as tough as they were. So, anyways, let's equip this ice armor here, because it's actually, wow, that's actually really cool. So it's going to keep the defense the same, but boost our evasion by a ton, which will help out immeasurably. But anyways, I was saying, so yeah, the two chests here have the ice armor and the mithril gloves, and they're guarded by the white dragons, which we've already seen in action. And there's another room on this floor that is guarded by Winter Wolf. The chests are guarded by that. And there's just going to be a ton of gil in that room. And that's going to be it for treasure. Alright, let's equip the mithril gloves, which we already have equipped, so... Alright, so we don't need that. But we are ready for a second bout against these white dragons. I'm feeling kind of confident about them, so... Famous last words. I think we're gonna be okay. Yep. Yeah, like, on the way down, I actually had a hard time getting back this floor. Just considering how, the enemies here, like, I guess I forgot how bad they can be, but they are brutal. Like, there are enemies like the Psycho Demons called Mind Flayers, who, they look the exact same, they just have different, like, you know, coloration of their skin and stuff. But, like, they have, this ability, like, Mind Field, or Mind Wipe, and it's basically like, it'll paralyze you, and it hits every member of the party, and it just comes down to luck and evasion on if you get hit or not, and then you're paralyzed until, basically, until you get out or they kill you. And like, I got stuck where Monty went down really quick, and then there's one of them now, and then it wasn't until like Walt and Lily got out that I was actually able to hit them, because they have like an instant kill attack. Like, their basic attack has a chance of instantly killing you. Yeah, the enemies in this dungeon are actually a lot harder, and if I'm being honest, I would probably find this bullcrap if I wasn't so, like, prepared with all, like, my extra goodies. Now, which way is the room with the treasure? Blood bones. Oh, I wonder what these guys do. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Okay, I guess these guys just fight and die like everything else. That's cool. Like, it's... dead end. And now we're fighting 3 Mind Flayers, so this is gonna be cool. Alright, didn't get an insta-kill. They always get an... Okay, here it is, Mind Blast. If we're lucky... Okay, cool. It can paralyze everyone, and then it's just basically waiting for them to get an insta-kill. I mean, it's both good and bad that the only time they get the insta-kill is on Monty, because... I mean, it's not like Monty is, like, objectively the worst of the party, but it's just like... I mean, you know, consistency is good. Nope. Magic. Here we go. Kiraga. And boom. And I'm going to use some more ethers, so that way you are closer to full. There we go. Alright. I feel like running might trigger more random encounters, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that. Oh, finally a preemptive strike. Like, I might sound like, you know, I'm irritated or like I'm not having a good time, but honestly, I am really actually enjoying this whole, like, experience. It's fun when it's like, you know, I have the items and my characters are just strong enough where, like, they can take down the enemies fast enough. So that way it's like, you know, like, basically it's just a race against time, who gets the first hits, and, like, you know, these Mind Flayers go down quick, but, like, they can take down my guys quick, and I think that's a lot of fun. Like, I'm really enjoying just, like, that whole feeling of, will I win, will I not? And, like, you know, I have, like, you know, enough Phoenix Downs and enough Ethers, so that way even if, like, you know, Monty or Sid go down, I'm not, like, too worried about, like, losing a bunch of progress because, like, I get stuck with one of my guys dead. But yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest dungeons just because the enemies get so much more challenging and they can pose a threat. I mean, the threat's kind of artificial. It's basically if they go down or not, or if they take you down with their one-hit attacks. But after that, they're pretty simple. So yeah, this is the room with a bunch of gil. So we're just going to take it for all it's worth. And I feel like after this dungeon, this is when it gets a lot easier to start just buying everything. Like, you won't have to worry so much about grinding outside a city for like an hour so you can get all the items that you need. And this is like a Wimpier Winter Wind. Oh well. They gave it an ice try. Am I right? I guess that was too hot to handle. But yeah, like, one thing you might have noticed is, like, those mithril gloves. I already had them, so it's like one of those interesting things where, like, you can end up buying items that you really don't need, because, like, you can get them in dungeons. And personally, I like having that initial boost, because, like, now I can sell those mithril gloves and get some better things, and it's probably going to go straight to buying more ethers and Phoenix Downs. But the good news is that we're going to eventually reach a town that thankfully sells items that counteract one-hit kill moves. So it'll balance stuff out a little bit more, I think. And, ooh, I think that's actually going to hurt. It's not too bad. But I should totally heal up after this. Here we go. Everyone's getting levels, and that's going to make things a little easier. Let's do. Yeah, like, playing through this game again has kind of confirmed, like, the thought I had the last time, and it's just, I think you can get through the game without a warrior. You can definitely get through the game without a black mage, but I think it's really difficult to get through the game without a white mage. Oh, thank goodness. We got a preemptive strike. Like, it might not seem like much, but these mind flayers are really, really annoying. But as I was saying, just like the amount of spells you get as the white mage just improves like the quality of like gameplay so much, and it's just so helpful. And I'm like, because the red mage, while initially very useful, and just like how they can basically kind of like multi-class and have like the best of both worlds, there are a lot of useful spells that I wish he could have, but he can't because they're exclusive either to the black mage or the white mage, or he can't get them until he promotes into a red wizard. So it's just like he's kind of stuck in this weird spot, and it's just, I'm really thankful that I have the white mage, because as much as it sucks not having all the black mage spells, they're more here's a really cool powerful like ice spell, or here's like a spell that will teleport you one floor back, which can be useful. Like I don't know what I would do if I didn't have Healra or Kiraga, just to make things so much easier on us afterwards. Alright, everyone's looking halfway decent. Oh yeah, I should go over what's on the first floor. So on the first floor there is an ether, 10,000 gil, and then there is another room with 9,500 gil, a sleeping bag, and an ice shield. They're all kind of spread out. So here's that 10,000 gil. And then I think in this room here is where the rest of the treasure chests are. Yep, and there is one of those little, well, one of those tricksy floor things, and, okay, yep. Got a bunch of psycho demons. But yeah, like this is I think my favorite part of Final Fantasy, where it's like that middle ground where enemies aren't incredibly tough for you, like where you're completely scared of them, but like enemies still pose a threat, but like you can still take them down relatively quickly. Hmm. But yeah, so far we're making decent time, all things considered. We're like I didn't stop my watch after I restarted, so I think we're sitting at about like maybe 20 minutes or so. And that's one of those fall floors. That chest up in the not chest stairway at the top of the corner there, that will lead you outside of the dungeon, I believe. And I'm going to want to equip that ice shield just in case it helps. A shield alive with the power of ice. Awesome. There we go. And then we drop down here. And boom, just like that. Okay, so the evil eye is the thing guarding the Levistone. And it has a potential of using a one-hit kill move like everything else here. But it doesn't have too much HP, so I think we'll be okay. I probably should have healed beforehand, but I think we're okay. Like, those white dragons really kind of screwed me over, and I'm scared of something bad happening, but I guess I was worried for nothing. Let's get that Levistone. Here we go. Alright, so the thing I want to do is I want to try to get those other two items. So what I'm going to end up doing is just kind of cutting all this out till I get to the room again. So that way I can show you what those items are, and then we can leave this place for good. So see you all in a second. I am finally back. It took way longer than it should have. Yeah, so... okay, let's wrap this up quickly. But basically what you were supposed to do when you first walked into this room was go around those cracked holes that you fall into to get the chest initially. I didn't do that, so we got close, guys. We got close. I've spent so long to get close. Yeah. Anyways, optimism though. The other item in the chest though is actually really worthwhile, and it's the main reason why I decided to come back. If I can get through this room into it without getting attacked every couple steps, that'd be awesome. Alright. And boom! The flame sword, which admittedly would have been very, very useful throughout the dungeon. It will have kind of the effect of flame, I think, like of a fire spell, so it'll do a little extra damage to ice-based enemies, and it's also got better stats than anything else we have, so we're going to equip that. And so, now that we had previously grabbed the Levistone, we've got all the treasure from the Ice Cavern, we can now begin our quest to get the airship, if I remember my lines. Regardless, this has been one heck of a dungeon. I've been Doug. I hope you had a good time, and I'm happy you're here. See you soon.